What's going on YouTube? It's Sam back at the end with another video today. Today I'm going to be bringing you the park tips and tricks video on how to get better at the park. So I'm not the greatest park player out there, but I am in Elite 3. I had a 78 win percentage, then I stopped really trying on 2K19 since the game's almost over and 2K20 is about to come out. But you know when 2K20 is about to come out, I'm going to drop like a great record. I'm probably going to have 80 plus win percentage. So I feel like I am somewhat qualified to make this video. Before we get into it, just make sure to hit that subscribe button if you're new, drop a like, turn on the bell, we're coming for YouTube. Okay, first tip on the list is to use the right builds. So you have to use different builds for 2s and 3s to win. So for instance, a pure shot creator is a straight 2s build because you want to be fading, you want to have as much floor spacing as possible. On the 2s court's the best for that. A build like a pure stretch 4 on the other hand is great for both 2s and the 3v3 court because if it's like you need shooting for each of the different courts. But a build like a pure slasher, that would be more dominant probably on the 3s because you could spot up corner and also shoot the 3 ball. It is effective on the 2s but probably a little bit more effective on the 3s. I would say any type of shot creating build is more of a 2s build. Any type of sharpshooting build is more of a 3s build. Like a playmaking sharpshooter, perfect build for all different like courts, Pro-Am, Rec Center. That's a great build to make if you want to have just a versatile, great build. Tip number 2, play with IQ. And what I mean by this is just use your head. If you really want to win park games, it's not that difficult. All you got to do is just use your head. Like on the 2s court, just wait for your opponent to come right up to you, then throw the inbounds pass. Don't throw those inbound steals. They're super frustrating and no one's going to want to play with you if you throw them. Tip number 3, foul players when they're on a fast break or in takeover. What I mean by fouling them on a fast break is, in the 3v3 court, if they get a rebound and they're running down the court and you have no one back, just foul the player so they can't get the easy transition basket. And for takeover, if a post scorer has takeover, just wait until they get into the post and then start spamming square or X, depending on the console, and get the foul and just waste their takeover slowly but surely. Tip number 4, use a custom jump shot. Don't be using the regular jump shot. Those are terrible. Make sure to go on YouTube, use a jump shot, and just test it out for like at least a week. You don't know. It could be good. Don't test it out for one game, then switch. Just use a good jump shot. Keep sticking with it. You'll get better at the jump shot. Trust me. I've tried to change my jump shot a lot over the past couple of weeks, and it's not worked out. I stuck to one, and now I'm doing much better. Tip number 5, understanding your build. Know what your build can do. If you're a pure .4 to 85 overall, you probably don't want to be shooting 3s right away. But like if you have takeover, maybe you can go for the 3-pointer. Try to get to the rim. If you're like a slasher, don't be shooting 3s as a slasher as much, even though you might be able to. I see a lot of like glass cleaners trying to act like sharpshooters out there. They're shooting 3s, giving other team free possessions because they're breaking everyone. But yeah, you can shoot a little bit of the 3 ball, but just do what your archetype can do. You'll be much more effective on the floor. Tip number 6. Use Gatorade Turbo and Skill Boost. This is an option, but it does help your player, especially if you are a guard archetype. So in my play sharp, I know I have to run Gatorade boosts. I don't use Skill Boosts because I don't feel like they're worth it, but definitely Gatorade Turbo is very necessary. Tip number 7. You can use cheese to win. It's heavily frowned upon like with the community, but you can use cheese to win like L2 and D-padding, even though I really would refrain from using that at all costs because in NBA2K20, if that gets removed, you're just going to be screwed and have no offense. Next tip, hold L2 to get in your defensive stance. So there might be some amateur ones watching this video, and you might not know, but the simplest way to play defense is just to hold L2, and that puts your player in a defensive stance, so the offense can't get by you as easily. If you guys haven't, just make sure to hit that sub button. We're on the road to 100 subs. Thank you. Next tip, contest shots by flicking up on the right stick or holding it. So this year is a manual contest system, so you have to hold the right stick up to get a contest, and then you'll see below your player like a bar indicating how good your contest was. Just make sure you're holding the stick up or you won't count as a contest. A good way to get a contest on a post scorer, for example, is like when they do like one of those post fades, just spam, keep flicking up on the right stick, and your player will get a great contest on them. That's one of the best tips I can say. Not many people know that. That's some inside stuff right there. Tip number 9, keep your opponent in front of you. This is the most important thing, especially on 2s because there's less help defense. But don't let a playmaker keep on like a pure .4 keep on driving past you. Test them. See if they can shoot the 3 ball. Like don't just keep on letting him run right past you. and this is super, super important, deny anyone baseline. Baseline cheese has been in the game forever. You can get so many lucky animations when driving baseline. Try to keep your opponent away from the baseline, make them drive middle, which makes more help push out, making it easier to play defense. Hold L2 when taking the ball out in twos. Whenever you get a rebound in twos, you have to take the ball out to the 3-point line. The easiest way to do this is to hold L2, posting up straight back so no one can rip the ball from you. It's super frustrating when you're getting ripped when you're trying to take the ball back. Ronnie 2K, please take that out. Make it 3 takebacks and 2s for 2K20. Next tip, pump fake frequently and to make the opponent jump and then go up with the shot. This is especially effective in 2s because everyone wants to try to get a block, and blocking dunks is super effective. So just get to the paint, stop right there. Trust me, the opponent's going to run right past you and jump. As soon as they jump and they're on their way down, 3/4 of the way down, go up with the shot. You will make a lot more shots that way and you will not get blocked as easily. The next thing I have to say is grind your badges slash overall. This might seem super obvious, but some people are bringing like play sharps to the park and they have like no badges and they're asking themselves why they aren't making shots. Just play a couple My Career games, go to the training facility, get your Gatorade, get your badges, get your overall up a little bit, then hop on the park. Or you can just grind your badges in park, but that's your decision. Don't be selfish and pass the ball. You don't want to be pure point forward taking all the shots. You're a playmaker for a reason. Dish that ball off to your other guy. Have him shoot the 3. Just don't be selfish and, pass the ball. Be a good teammate. Get your teammate grade up, as always. Next tip is don't run from competition. You will never get better by just constantly being up on amateur ones. Sure, it might seem like you're good now, but once like 2K20 drops and you're at the same skill level in the beginning of the game, it's just not good. You want to have the skill sets to be beating elite 3s consistently. Don't just beat amateur ones, because you're not like your record's going to be misleading to other people and you're not actually going to be as good as your record says. Have confidence in your shot. This is really big. Don't hesitate, especially just don't hesitate. It's a quick tip right there. Just shoot your shot. If you know you got it, more green lights. Buy animations, layups, dunks, shots. Buy all your animations. You want your player fully animationed out. You don't want to be going to the park wondering what jump shot you have on or why your fading shot is so weird. Next is play with people that are around your skill level. Don't play with, if you're an elite 3, don't be playing with amateur ones. Play with anyone that's around your skill level, or just play with your friends. It doesn't really matter. Just if you want to get good wins and good win percentages, just play with someone at or higher than your skill level. So that's going to pretty much wrap up the video today, guys. Just thank you for all the support on the channel. Hit that sub button, hit that like button. We're taking over YouTube. Peace out, everybody. Have a good day.